Yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are playing Rugby League 26, the simulated grand final, which will be between the Broncos and the Storm. This should be a good matchup. I'm rooting for this grand final, or Broncos Cronulla, because I don't want to see Penrith or the Storm in this next grand final, but that might not be how it is. But anyway, we're going to get straight into the game. We know Melbourne is really good, but we know the Broncos. The outcome the Broncos have had this year has not been too bad though. So once I press play, we will have my commentating voice straight on. So this is the simulation game final of it. Here we go. It's the Broncos taking on the Melbourne Storm in the NRL Grand Final. Ezra Mam, Cobbo and Arthurs will come off the bench here for the Broncos. And Melbourne Storm's dominant backs and forwards will make something happen. Here we go. It's the start of the NRL Grand Final. Ben Hunt makes his way up to the 20. As he goes down the middle to Carrigan. Carrigan uses his muscling. Carrigan muscles through. It goes to Haas. Haas muscling over to the 40 meters away from a try on the first set here. It goes to Carrigan. Now on the fourth is Carrigan. Can you trust this outside? No, you can't here. So it's the last tackle. The ball goes straight through the middle. As you'll just get ready to tackle. The ball gets thrown out on the wing. There's still a play on here. As there's the great first play by the Broncos. As they get a little good run there. As Reece Walsh will tackle down there on the first. As it's a knock on. So it should be Melbourne ball. Yes, it is. As you got an intercept. But the Broncos just couldn't hold on to it. So the ball goes straight down the middle. I forgot to put this in the Allianz Stadium, but it's okay. As Payne Haas gets there. The Broncos bit slacky there as it goes down the middle on the second. Now you got to start thinking about it. Melbourne will have their first attacking chance. It goes all the way back to Hughes. Jerome gets to the third. Munster. Wait, sorry, not Munster. It was Harry Grant who threw the inside ball there. Grant goes it off to Leota. I mean, not Katoa, sorry. I said Leota. At 60 meters gain now on the last. Payne Haas gets the offload. As now the first is at 30. As Reynolds makes his run. Now here we go. The first is now actually here at the 50. It goes across to Paddy Carrigan. Where you're just trying to make meters here. On the inside ball it goes to Reece Walsh. Walsh now on the third. Can the Broncos come up with something here? It goes across to Staggs. Staggs muscling through on now on the fourth. It's a 6 again. Goes to Reynolds. Reynolds finds it off to Payne Haas. Haas puts his first play in the 10. Goes to Josiah Karapani. Karapani's tackled down there. So it goes down the middle straight to Staggs. Staggs muscles up. Reynolds threw a pass near the try line there. They keep going attacking this right hand side. Fifth and last now. This could be interesting how the Broncos play this last one. As they hand it over again. What a bad set there by the Broncos. No attacking plays, really. As the ball goes out to the wing. Coates is tackled down there by Karapani, who's all over that. Grant. And it goes all the way inside to... What's his name again? Wait, what's his name? What is his name? Josh King, sorry. As it goes here to Munster. Munster's taken down there. Ball goes through the inside. It goes down the middle. Taken down there by Jensen. It goes all the way back out to Jerome Hughes, who kicks it straight there. 40 metres away on the first now. Down the middle we go. Ricky found Haas. Haas put it off to Ricky. Ricky a couple metres away from the try line. It goes to Staggs. Staggs found Karapani. Karapani's now tackles down there third. Ricky's just running a straight line drive. Jordan Ricky! Why didn't he jump over there? I was pressing try. He didn't get there. Fourth now. Carrigan's held up there as it goes through Staggs. Staggs will make a grubbering play, and it's Payne Haas who gets over for a try. He'll score the first one in the grand final. As that was a very unorthodox play, but Payne Haas gets over for the try. As Walsh's kick lines up and it goes straight through the two poles. The Broncos lead 6-0 in the grand final. As here we go, we're starting the kickoff here. As last game, the Broncos, they scored a try, then turned it over. You're not looking to do that this game. To Tony Staggs. Makes a good run with Reynolds there. As there's a pass offloaded to Jensen. As Jensen threw it back off to Carrigan. Carrigan, muscling up there, has to be taken down by 2. Goes down the middle to Payne Haas. There's the third. Now the Broncos are attacking. It goes down the middle here. Now on the fourth. The Broncos can get a play in the 10. As final play here. Staggs will go across and grubber. It's a knock on, so the interchange will happen now. It will be Jensen taking out for Arthurs. Mam coming in for Pakes. You want Ezra Mann playing. We'll have Cobbo also come in. There for Corey Pakes. And Kobe Hetherington comes in for Ricky. Instead, you'll have Haas who switches out with Ezra Mann, which won't happen for this play here. As Payne Haas will be taken out of the lineup on this next tackle set here. As it's a knock on. So here come Melbourne. It goes on the inside. It goes across to Eli Katoa, who gets it to Pappenhausen. And here's the second play here. It goes through the middle. Now it goes Grant. Decides to run from dummy half. And there's a high tackle. Melbourne looking at their changes here. But the Broncos might make an even bigger change. Swapping out Cobbo and Mam. As Cobbo will play number 11. Pierre Cora will swap with Jesse Arthurs. And Cobbo will play the 11th. And Pierre Cora will swap out with Payne Haas. As Carrigan might come in. Nope. As Payne Haas will play for Patrick Carrigan. This is very confusing now for me. I might go with the original 5 starting next half. As now 13 minutes to go in the first half in this grand final. It goes down the middle, straight down the middle drive. Ezra Mam is all over that. Ball goes across down to the wing. There's the second. It goes down, straight down the middle. What a pass from Harry Grant. Sorry. As it goes across, and it's a forward pass. So now the Broncos will have a perfect opportunity to go through here. It goes to Haas. Stags makes a run. This is Ezra Mam. Mam guts up there. Second now for Tony Staggs. Finds the pass to Kobe Hetherington. Now there's the third. The ball got picked up by Staggs. Staggs dives over for a try. Tony Staggs gets his first. The ball got knocked around. They might need to check the bunker for that one, but Staggs gets over. Here's Walsh's kick. Race Lightning gets it through again. Broncos lead 12-0 in the grand final. We'll have a look at this roster here. You find with all these position changes as you'll have Payne Haas coming in that number 10 slot. Ricky and then Carrigan is back in. Never mind, you can't put Carrigan in just yet. Here's the kickoff. Pappenhausen kicks it off to Walsh. Walsh will get an early run. He probably could have made the pass there. As here's Reynolds. Reynolds now makes the move. Jesse Arthurs gets his first touch of the ball. And now the Broncos still looking to an attack here. Reece Walsh gets us off to Josiah Karapani. Karapani breaks to the line as it goes to Reynolds. Reynolds now on the third. Ezra Mam. As it's a 0 tackle call. As there's Eli Katoa who gets the ball after that interesting play there. There's the second for the Broncos. 5 minutes to go in the first half. The ball goes through Harry Grant. Grant is taken down there by Piakora. As Ali Katoa makes a run. As it's a set restart there. 4 minutes to go. As Reece Walsh had to get there. As Munster is now taken down. Broncos need to think about this defensive set here. As there's the third. It goes down the middle for the fourth. Here's Ezra Mam. He's trying not to get caught here. As he makes a pass. As he runs the whole meters there. It gets it to Staggs. Reece Walsh. Goes to Karapani. Josiah Karapani gets over. The Broncos score again. Off the dummy from Reece Walsh. Karapani just got over the line there. Here's the kick. Walsh. Got the ball over the post but didn't count. A minute 21 to go here in the first half for the Broncos, leading 16-0. As the ball's batted around, 30 seconds to go in the first half. As the first half is over, the Broncos lead 16-0. As Walsh's kick will swerve into the corner there. Oh no. The wind blew that kick out of there. So here come the Storm starting off in the 40 as Melbourne will get an attacking play straight out of half time. 6 again.
Meters.
As there's the corner tackle there. Will Warbrick got taken out by Dean Mariner. As the ball goes on the inside, Cobbo is on that one. The ball's now on the third. Ezra Mam. Barely stopping him from getting over his line. There's the fourth. Broncos have done well. Now on the fifth. 33 metres gained for Melbourne. Try to stay on side here. Forward pass! The Broncos have done it. They've done a great defensive stop there. As it will go, the ball will go straight through Reece Lightning. As Reece Walsh. Tackle down there straight away. As Ezra Mam goes for the long ball. As they'll all jump on Pappenhausen. As because you started at the 20, you didn't feel like you'd have a good attacking chance there. As the ball goes back in the middle. Ezra has been the difference maker. I knew it was going right here. As great touch by Staggs, sorry. I thought Cobbo got there, but it was Katoni Staggs who got a great touch on the foot there. Now on the fourth, Piacoro down the middle. Now on the last. 49 metres gained here. Goes all the way back to Munster. And you'd like to do that just to take the tackle. To not give any knock-ons or any dumb stuff. Reynolds threw the pass off. There's the first. It goes to Staggs. Staggs makes his way down the middle. Karapani. Now third. Walsh now on the fourth. Maybe you'll spread it wide once. It goes into touch. You don't mind these second half plays here. But the Broncos, maybe one attacking play could put this game away. But Melbourne's still hanging on with a thread here. The Broncos are trying stuff to see it, and the high tackle is there. Melbourne have probably their best chance at a try after this kick. They'll go into touch. And they'll try to get to the 10. So they'll start at the 20 though. As Melbourne get the first play. It goes down the middle. What a tackle by Cobbo. He's always on those. As Melbourne trying to make it through. Can't make it through the line. Now on the third. Melbourne's taken down by all the Broncos there. That was on the fourth. You'll get one last chance at it probably here. So Melbourne threw the ball. As it's an intercept, the Broncos went too fast on that attacking chance. So Melbourne finds it down the middle. It goes down the middle to Pappenhausen, who's tackled down there by Ricky. Everyone's on the Melbourne defence there. Oh, the tackle's inside by the Broncos. The defence here by the Broncos has just been immaculate. The try save is. As here's Eli Katoa, who's stopped again on their tracks. The fourth now. On the last, the Broncos have just not let them put down the ball. You'd think this would be a Melbourne try at some point here, but there's no try. As it's a tackle in goal, so it's a handover. As the Broncos are fine with that. Caesar's Ramam. Man, as soon as he's about to get tackled, he threw the pass off to Walsh. Walsh gets taken down there. Pass got thrown back off to Ezra. Ezra now at the 30 on the third. You'll have Ricky, who's stuck there in the fourth. And the ball will just go back into touch. You're trying to get a 40-20 here. But the second half has just not been yours. You're okay with this as your defense has just been immaculate here. Oh, there's an easy drive inside. Good tackle though by Mam to stop the play from even happening. Ball goes down the right hand side. Not everyone's on that set though. That would have been a try for Melbourne if the Broncos didn't hold up there. Melbourne get stopped in their tracks once again, as this time the ball will get thrown up into goal. As it's a dead end goal here. It's Walsh will go short, kinda. Melbourne will get over to the 30. Eli Katoa gets it off down the middle. There goes Walsh. Stopping. Oh, Munster threw the perfect pass to Pappenhausen for a try. Melbourne is not out of this just yet. As there's Pappenhausen who gets over. His kick is straight through the post. So now we only have a 2-try game. As Reese kicks it off into the backfield. What a kick there by Reese Walsh. The ball got taken down. So you'll start the first play at the 10. As now the Broncos look to play the best defense here. As they stopped many tries from happening in the last play. But now they'll try to play their best defense because that was just not good enough. There's the fourth. Fourth at the 30. Now the fifth. 40 meters away from their own half as Walsh will catch that one. Walsh will sprinkle through. Reese Lightning gets the pass off to Katoni Staggs, who's tackled down there. Ezra Mam wanting to crash down, make a 10-meter run. As we're fine with that. As his Staggs. 20 meters now from the line. It goes down the middle. Jesse Arthurs gets in there. Walsh. Now on the fifth and last here. As it's a handover with 8 minutes to go. The Broncos look just about safe here. As a high tackle, hang on. Can Melbourne get an easy kick into touch and score a try off this touch play? Eight minutes to go. The ball's taken down there. As... Oh! That goes straight down the middle there. Payne Haas has to jump onto that. 6 minutes to go. Melbourne stuck on this like a straw now. The Broncos aren't stopping this Melbourne inside attack. Fourth now. 6 again. Melbourne score a try. It's Harry Grant. They're not out of this just yet. Here's the kick. Cam Munster got the good pass. Pappenhausen with a great kick. Broncos go all the way into the backfields there. And the Broncos will now turn it on defensive end. They make a pass. Break through the first. Now in the second. Goes down the middle in the third. Now the fourth. They go ahead for the kick. It goes to Reese Lightning. Pappenhausen. Six seconds left. And the Broncos will win the NRL Grand Final. Winning the game with them having less possessions and less completion rate. More errors, more penalties conceded, more tackles, less missed tackles, couple more line breaks, and over 200 more meters gained. What a game.